Okay. Good morning, everyone. So, I had a pretty good night's rest, and it's now nice early in the morning, as you can see by the amount of sun that is blasting everything here. And also, please just bear with me a little bit because, man, I I did not anticipate how much sun I would be getting on this side of the house. But enough of that. My name's Sugi Yamagaba, and today on VTubing My Slow Life Hobbies in My 30s, we're going to be doing a early morning, well, try to aim to be done around lunch, but we're going to be making my favorite food of all time, the Mighty Straw Hat. And usually people have a big question mark over their head, like, what is a straw hat? Basically what it is, other people call it taco pie. It's gonna be a layer of corn chips. So you basically get yourself a big plate, layer of corn chips. Go put taco seasoned ground beef, and then that's kind of like the foundation of the dish. And then once you have that, basically the sky's the limit on what you can put on top of that foundation. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to be putting lettuce, tomato, pepper. I have some salsa that I canned from last year. And I'm going to do ghee and Tabasco sauce to finish it off. Broccoli. Broccoli. I've had family members put pickles, sour cream. It's Mexican. It's very flexible. That's like the best thing with Mexican food. It is a very flexible meal and dish. Oh, enough of that bit of preamble. I need to get a fire going. Bear with me a little bit here. I try to handle. This bed of shavings will ignite. Also, I've got like I have a lot of lying around the shop, and I am fully intending to get through some of it. Have ignition. I watched that partner. But if my small kindling can fire, then I did pretty good. Okay, just going around to the other side of the kindling. A little bit. But yeah, this is actually a bunch of planer shavings and sawdust from CD shelf, because I currently have I think at least like 2 5-gallon buckets worth of stuff lying around, and I'm trying to burn it to get rid of it. I mean, I'll keep it around just because you never know when you need. reasonably raw. Yeah, for now we're just gonna watch it, and I definitely do evaluate the setup here. Granted, actually no. Right, quick. Myself a little bit small. Yeah. Whole thing. Granted, fire was getting there. Actually have a lot of these whiteboards with nails in them. And so this was actually scrap lumber. Got a hold of, and it's quicker and easier. Butt off the parts that have nails in them, and then put them in the fire, and then just take a magnet to ashes. A lot of these. We'll add this piece. Main fire going. Yeah, fire! 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 Yep. That. Whoops. Give me a second. Put my grate upside down. Okay, there we go. And actually, hold on. We kind of have sort of a bit of a tradition around here. Whenever we get started, I'm gonna actually throw this whole 2-liter. Yeah, it's 2-liter. It's 2-liter Ito M bomb. Granted, it's also starting to hurt my hand to have it over the fire. I'm throwing all this water at it, though. Almost there. Done. Yay! Okay. That ball can be banished to the shallow realm. Don't need a lighter anymore. We've got plenty of heat going right now. Put the cover on it to warm up. And then mug here. Push some stuff over in there. Because usually when I do this, I kind of want to have this as a cooler area, but what I should probably do in the future is I need to work on having one side, like here, actually no, probably this side, the hot side of my fire, and then have this be make a really strong like, that's how I need to do things moving forward. Because better pitch. I'm gonna enact vision on my part, so bear with me. See if I can appropriately. Yeah, it's interacting with that. Okay. If I can't change it there, I can here. A bit better. You can actually see the tea kettle now. But I do want to kind of webcam back if I can. So. Because I want to have the best. Other way, buddy. A bit of a bump. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a bit better, Vivi. You know. Oh, like. But yeah, hopefully we should have some boiling water here. Kinda hear it, but I'm gonna wait until I have some steam coming out of the kettle. But yeah. But yeah, I hope everyone out there, I hope you're having a wonderful start to your morning. If it's morning where you are. Me, I'm doing pretty good. This is, well, today has been basically day 2 of the absolute wonderful fall weather. I've gotten at my location on the rotation. I'm stoked and excited about that. Sorry, and you off. Because I want it a bit further away. Things got a little yabai last night when well, let's see. The flames from the fire got a little too close to the streaming equipment. Like, not good. Not good. But yeah. Have really good fall weather right now. Really happy about that. Been pretty warm here recently. But yeah, actually had to bicycle out to the supermarket because in my single-minded mission, you're – less hot. But yeah, in my single-minded ambition to get ingredients for yesterday's stream, I literally forgot the one ingredient I needed for today's stream, and that was lettuce. I literally forgot the lettuce. Just like, okay, I'm gonna mentally review everything that I need to do before I start this, and I literally just went to the supermarket and bought lettuce. But hey, hi Sushi Nako! Yeah, we're playing with fire today. In the morning where the sun is assaulting both me and everything. Honestly, this whole area. Because east is this direction. And this basically puts this whole side of the house just like in the sun in the morning. Which, if I wasn't doing a stream, nice and lovely. But it's also really hard to see screens. You've got the sun blasting on. But thankfully, this, well, let's see. Right about here is where my garage door rests. And I've actually got the garage door kind of pulled down so that way the sun's not like blasting directly into my eyes. But yeah. Let's see here. Pretty sure I've got hot water for tea. I want to get this tea going. Good thing about cast iron kettles, they hold heat really well. Not fun thing about cast iron kettles. Heavy as sin. Ah! I think that kettle in particular weighs at least 20 pounds empty. And yep, that is some hot waters. Glad I called it when I had some. Where to cut it? Got a pretty nice fire going. Bring the folks over to the fire a little bit because that's exciting. I don't know. And I'm not sure how I feel about having, like, roaring flames around the background of my model. I'm not that evil. I'm not trying to go for an evil vibe. I'm trying to go for the comfy vibe. Oh! Hey! What's up, Avner? We're burning wood. We're actually burning oak. Actually, I've got some offcuts of... Last night on stream, it was really hard to tell. I'm doing good. Really good. Oh, man. It hurts to hold my hand here. But let's see here. If you see those long... Yeah, you see those long white lines that cross the growth rings? Those are the ray cells. And if you see that, that's how you ID oak. Oak has really predominant ray cells. But yeah, I'm great. I mean, it's a good morning. I have a clear mind. I did not drink too much last night. And I'm going to be making my favorite food of all time. And I just need to wait for this fire to die down before I start putting food on it. Right now, it's a little too warm. By a little too warm, I mean a lot of too warm. Because, like, holding that block of wood up there earlier was... It was a little warm on the back of the hand. But yeah, I'm pretty great. May have been a little bit too ambitious with the stream schedule. Don't get burnt now. Most worried about burning streaming equipment. Dumb stuff I have to worry about. Because there's a couple times, like last night, where flames got a little too close to stuff I didn't want them getting close to. But I'm going to do everything in my power to stay safe. That's why I have really nice, like, thick fire gloves. They're really great. I can hold the grate, I can hold the tea kettle, anything and everything that's warm, I can handle it with this. If I need to put my hands close to the fire, I can put my hands close to the fire safely with these. I am a big fan of personal protective equipment, and I will always, always advocate for the use of personal protective equipment. Especially when you're having fun. Well, slightly dangerous fun. Like we're having today. Fire's always slightly dangerous. Granted, really the biggest danger for me, amount of smoke. And amount of smoke I'm gonna inhale this morning, but that's not a problem because I don't actually smoke cigarettes. Granted, I grew up around secondhand smoke a lot because my parents were smokers, and that's actually what killed Dad. He actually died of lung cancer. And that's actually kind of... Yeah, he actually passed away like 5 years ago. There was one time as a kid where I was playing outside, and... Yeah, I was like a young kid. I was like in like 5th grade or something. And I came into the house, and this is when my parents actually like smoked in like the actual house. There was like a layer, a smooth layer of smoke, of like cigarette smoke across the entire living room. And it was just like, yikes. But yeah, I don't smoke. Well, this is the most smoke I'm gonna inhale. Which, would you believe it or not, is known to the state of California to cause cancer. Yeah. Oh. Got fire doing fire stuff. And board. Go ahead and we'll improvise. Yeah. The greatest vegetable of them all. The onion. Never stop saying nice things about the onion. Technically speaking, it's a little inefficient. Grow onions? Well, I've had a little bit of challenges with them. Granted, this year I did really well with them in the garden. But and what I mean about the efficiency of the onion is just onions are dirt cheap. They're dirt cheap, especially if you get. But I do want to make sure if someday I am in some weird survival situation, I need to be able to make sure I can grow and cultivate onions. Because no onions, no life, man. They are the best. Think. They're genuine. Is there a veg I like more than... The onion can be used in so many things. Asian cooking. Mexican, which now we're going to use it today. Italian. Do you have a favorite onion? Honestly, I'm pretty happy with like white onions like this. I like red onions. Red onions are really nice in pico de gallo. Any sort of like sandwich. Oh hey, good guy. I'm good. We're just burning stuff this morning, so always fun. But oh good guy, are you recovering well? I hope so. Granted, I did not get lucky with this onion. Because sometimes with onions, you'll get like a... So, the not lucky version is what I got right now, where I have a paper leaf layer, and then an actual, like, good layer of onion. Sometimes you get, like, an in-between layer, where... It's kind of like a paper layer, where it's, like, thin. It's not thick like... Not thick like the actual good... Like, the good part of the onion. But it's papery, but it's not dried out, and you can just peel it. Those are great. I like it when I get that because it makes this part so much easier. Dang paper off. Just need some more rest today. Oh, well, that's good. Take all the rest that you need to do so. But yeah, gonna basically be picking at this onion with this half. And I'm just gonna call that done. A little bit left on there. This area definitely very warm. And also, I did have onion left over from yesterday's stream, but I want to make sure I don't run out of onion. Also, I'm busting the cutting board out anyway for... Yesterday, I can't keep my tea there. Yep. You're hot. But yeah. But since I gotta get the cutting board out for lettuce, I figured might as well just... Hopefully, fire will die. Actually, I still have vegetables. Have that. So, also kind of, I guess, a bit of a garden update. We've had drought. Oh man, I would kill to be able to eat some straw hats, right? Bland diet. Oh no! That's terrible! At least those bland diets are really good for you, though. Granted, were you able to, like, have, like, smoothies or anything? Or, like, vegetable? Imagine if I was reduced to the point of just eating liquids, I'd probably go pretty heavy into the vegetable. Granted, I'm also sure that you're probably, like, limited to, like, soft foods? I haven't had my wisdom teeth. I'm sure one of these days I'll go to Doogie, buddy. It's time. Then I don't even know if it will be like a singular tier. Oh yeah, the thing I've eaten the most is some strawberry ice cream. Hey, at least you can have ice cream. That's a good thing. Almost like when you're like a kid in the 90s when you get the news where your tonsils have to get taken out, which is like, oh no, surgery, and I have to get this like busted part of myself taken out. And then you find out you get to eat ice cream. That's like the thing. Oh, hell yeah. Ice cream. And I actually got to have ice cream. Even better, it was free ice cream. Because local Dairy Queen near the park that I do my volunteering at, they actually support the volunteer program at the park by basically giving out free coupons to all the volunteers. So, I got free ice cream. Well, free in the sense I didn't pay for it, but I still had to work for it. Ooh. That can just burn, baby, burn. I gotta be real careful about anything that sits towards the front here, because the heat from the coals alone will make it warm. Like warm. Not just like, oh, that feels nice. No, like warm to the point of being able to hold. Love rose tea. And I also just like I'm a big fan of green tea. Green tea is amazing. Will always be down for green tea, but also like what is Earl Grey, English breakfast. And this breakfast tea with roses also. Finish up this onion. Next. The final bit. Ah! I had a squirrel sit on, like, yesterday's stream. There was a squirrel that sat on the fence over in that direction. For like, I think an hour or so? Wow. So, the part of the I'm actually chopping, these are technically leaves. So, does that mean that onion is the best leafy green? I mean, I guess it's not technically green. There are green ones. I do like my leaf. Oh. Oh yeah, like right by my ear. Okay. Too warm and too much smoke to be poking around there. Fire is starting to die down. That is, fire's gonna. Hopefully, by the time I'm done with lettuce up, it's cake lasagna. These are the type of food conversations that need to be had. But yeah, I'd be willing to consider cake a form of lasagna. Granted, I would say I would also put if we're gonna call onions leafy greens, and all leafy greens are good. If cake is lasagna, then all lasagna is good then. Universally. Lasagna is good stuff. Like it's easy to make a big thing of it. It keeps well, which is probably the most important thing, at least from my perspective. But that's also from the perspective of a guy who lives by himself, and due to that, I always like to evaluate a recipe in terms of how well does it keep, you know? Because it's hard for a little guy like me to go through a whole bunch of food, but if that food can keep good in the fridge for like a week, I can just like munch on it little by little, day by day, then all good. Leafy greens, actual leafy greens. Again, I kind of back a hair. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Do this. Said logistical challenge is I didn't bring a container for these leafy greens I'm about to cut up. So I think my power play is going to be... It's okay, he comes to visit. Why are you saying that like I'm some strange man? I'm just a regular VTuber doing regular VTuber things. There's plenty of like VTubers who smoke out their basement. Like Ooze Lab. Oh yeah, the garage actually hasn't picked up a lot of smoke. Great. But yeah, since I have a lack of container, I'm probably just going to use this plastic bag. And then once I'm done with the head of the lettuce, I'll probably tuck it back in the cooler. Oh, goodness gracious. So I did... One thing I kind of sort of talked about, like last stream, was the Doki Doki fun logistics. What I do. Don't bring the Ohio man into this. I like the Ohio man, though. He's my favorite cryptid. Okay. I gotta adjust, because apparently my right leg just went to sleep. Glory. Get lettuce greens cut. Fine. Laughing emoji. Making fun of me. Not as bad as like my first campfire cooking stream. There was a chance of rain that night, and I had a canopy set up over the fire pit to keep the terrible rain out. Yeah, all the smoke from the fire went up into the canopy, bounced off the roof of the canopy, and just went straight into the garage. And I had a very smoky garage after that first stream. Well, first campfire stream. And yeah, because good guy knows it. But in my house, my garage is underneath my bedroom. That whole night, I just smelled the intense smell of campfire smoke all night long. Which kinda vaguely set off alarm bells in my head. All night. Which, speaking of smoke, you can stop doing that. I'd appreciate it. Like, you can smoke a little bit fire, but please don't smoke too much. Smoking my greens like this. I don't like smoke. be plenty of lettuce. I imagine it'll that. Get it. That's the nice thing about using a knife around fire. Fire wants to take away your ability to see, and you're just like, man, I'd like to be able to see where my knife is going so that way I don't hurt myself. But rest assured, my knife is very sharp. So, should an injury occur, it will be a clean injury. Oh, look, a spider! Ooh. Yeah. Kinda. Always like showing stuff. But yeah. Here's our chopped lettuce in my impromptu container for lettuce. Little container short. Let's goes back. And with all that, we are done with cutting board coon. Where do I want to? Whew. Okay. So I've got some dredges of some tea here. Like left. Finish that off. Next cup. Granted, I would definitely want to keep the breakfast theme going. Huh? So we'll go with just breakfast. And we're gonna find whether or not back. Yeah, get yourself some tea. Okay. Are you still hot water? I imagine so. Oh yeah. Up that. Thanks. Man, I grabbed that tea kettle because I was like, ooh, big heavy tea kettle. Which coincidentally I also got that from my grandpa's shop after he passed away. But it's like, yay, big heavy tea kettle. Also, it's exceedingly heavy and awkward to use. For like, not sure if that water's hot or just a fair bit too. Just add a little bit of regular. Should make for some good. I have felt back. Should be fine. Not getting warm fire. It. Come on. There you go. Alright, cool. So, what's hissing? Like the actual like wood in the fire. Must not be like super weird because I actually split it all last year. But eventually, I don't know when this is going to happen exactly because it depends on. Oh, my roomie coon, he's moving out, and when he does, that's going to free up some parking space in my driveway. I'm not going to be parking any vehicles in that spot because I'm me. I'm gonna be parking a load of wood chips and hopefully some logs. I'm hoping at some point it might be either probably gonna be like late this month. Honestly, it's probably most likely to happen early next month. But early next month, I would like to do a wood splitting stream. We'll just hang out in the shop. We'll drink beer like lumberjacks, and we'll split wood. I think that would be fun. It'll be fun depending on what wood I get. If I get elm, I'll be very sad. Because elm is really hard to split. All this firewood is all oak. It splits pretty well, as long as it doesn't have any knots in it. I'm gonna go ahead and get some tools. But I think it's meat time, boys. Or time to get it going. But yeah, since this is like grass fed. Actually, this one says it's 20% fat. Be pretty good then. But I always like to add a little bit of olive oil to my pan, simply because grass-fed ground. So this is weird because this is actually not the usual brand that Costco carries. This is. So I actually don't know how this is gonna like cook. I'm gonna now fiddle with plastic packaging. And oh. That's the level of the fire pit. I don't want surface, especially with. Let's start rounding up our ground beef. Not immediately, though. Pan's not super hot yet. I'm back with lemon ginger. Oh man, lemon ginger is a great. Ah, there. There's some meat. Up a little bit. Well, at least the good news is my fire's not too hot. Just hot enough. That should be pretty warm. Not sure about some of the people in the audience, but whenever I make ground beef, I always like to add black beans. Because the beans basically help. You can basically use a small amount of meat. You make the meat go further. Because with 1 pound ground beef plus a can of this, like that's easily 3 to 4 meals of ground beef for me. Handy dandy can opener. Oh. Beans are open. Beans are unleashed. Back this off. Yeah. That's what... Browning. We're gonna break this up. Ground beef. It doesn't look like it's for. Look to be fatty. I'm expecting a bit more fat if it. I thought it was like 20. And I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how much is like too much fat. You know, like the cheaper ground beef is usually around like 27% fat, whereas this is the 28. And then, taco seasoning. I don't know. I don't eat that much ground beef. I think ground beef is fine. Oh, you've got a pound of ground beef. So we're gonna need. So we got 1 pound ground beef. So we're gonna need 3 tablespoons of seasoning, plus a 1/3 and 1/4 cup of water. Which, because I'm adding beans to the... Oh. Yep. That's a bit more what I was thinking like. Decent amount of fat. That's fine, because that's like... It's almost perfect, because I know if like the fat content gets fave tea... Ooh. I mean, okay, if I have to stand 1 tea and only 1 tea, I'm going green. I'm going green. I'm going all the way. If you want a slightly more specific answer than that, I keep I'm a big fan of gunpowder green tea, and I actually keep a lot of loose leaves of that. That was actually the tea I had right before stream. But yeah, I'm going to be generous with my 4 cups of taco seasoning, simply due to the addition of beans. Wish to make sure it is appropriately seasoned. Yeah, you can actually see quite a bit of fats coming out of this. Oh. That means next time I make this, I don't need to add olive oil. I can just let the fat in the... I can just let the fat and the meat do it. Because they had a grass-fed beef at Costco, and that old brand definitely had to add a little bit of oil just to keep your... Well, just to keep your, like, meat and stuff from, like, sticking to the pan and stuff. Whereas this, that's certainly not the case. This is also approaching almost 2 months, but oh, to make sure the beef is appropriately cooked through. Be adding our water, beans, and we're good. Oh, pork. Okay, there. Beans really like to settle. There's a little bit in there. And I can just not aim it directly at the camera. That's my life. That is my life. Got some beans left in my tin. Get the beans out, man. Organic beans. Afford to not use all of them. That'd be bad for my wallet. I get every ounce of bean I can get. I gotta run this homestead on a budget, man. Which honestly, this is actually a really great use of beans. Is a nice budget way to get more life out of your ground beef. My grandma used to do this a lot. That in there. Make sure. Season time. Just gotta let that get up to a boil. Let simmer for. Sure. And make sure I distribute the seasoning evenly. That handle got warm. And I'm gonna poke my fire a little bit. I'm gonna be poking my fire. Throwing ashes at my face in the process. More fire! I love these 2x4s with nails in them. Show you guys. So, this is one bucket. I think I probably have 4 of these buckets of like small scrap wood that I literally just keep around just because of and it's a little hard to throw. Great. But I'm happy to add fuel to the fire. Yeah. Oh, good! Looks so good, and I'm really gonna have to evaluate how I do. Because I I like the fact that I have my cooking area, and I have like the fire pit, both in the same shot. But I need to figure out like the best position for my level. Actually, but I think I should fix this right now. How does this? That's better. There we go. Now we can see our food cooking. That's what I want. I want you guys to see the fire, and I want you. Okay, so this is gonna be. This might be the strat. Might be unconventional. But granted, I am. I don't know. I would like to consider myself a somewhat unconventional VTuber. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. We're boiling! Boiling here. Good. I'm gonna learn my lesson from last time I touched that handle and glove off. Because ideally, we just need this to simmer. And ideally, we let it simmer for like at least 8 minutes. To at least boil down. Right now, it's very. How dare I? That's gracious. But I am going to off E. Pass the bag back to. Oh, English breakfast! Fun! Time for final tea. Green tea. Yeah. But yeah, I'm actually not. It's kind of like a quick aside. I'm not super big on meat, but that's also why I have like no reservations about adding beans to it. But probably later this year, when we are in more proper big heavy teacup. But once we're in like more proper fall weather, like really cool, I certainly have no complaints about whether I'm experiencing that. And off heat. I can move heat around. Holes, man. Shift. That. Ah. Should get me. Should be able to maintain a nice simmer here. But yeah, so this is like a very traditional family recipe that's very near and dear to the Yamagawa clan's heart. Another near and dear recipe to my family is taco soup. You can see there's a theme here. My family loves Mexican. Granted, so supposedly, today's recipe, straw hat. Supposedly, my family got this recipe from the Amish. So, that enables me to say that my favorite food is Amish Tex-Mex. He's actually really good heat for a green tea. There. But yeah. I'm going to also be really excited for taco soup. That's another favorite of mine. Man, I need Dapper. Yeah, this is so kind of. What did I title it? I titled it like slow something. Oh, oh well. But yeah, sorry today's not so much cooking process. I can confirm this story. I was gonna be doing a stream last night and basically around and do. I wanted to keep the stream very simple, very straight, and yeah, what we're gonna get today, very simple, straight. And that was weather would keep me. And I also think the amount of sun has, yeah, because it's cooler air temperature wise right now than it was during last night's stream. But because I have all this atrocious sun being blasted at me, I'm feeling a little toasty. So, and also like moving forward with the campfire cooking, they're gonna basically be weather dependent. I'm definitely not throwing a canopy over a fire again because I don't want to smoke out my garage. I don't want to be that type of person. Yeah, this is actually, I can't believe how warm I am now. But I also did want to get a morning stream done, and I pretty much knew for a fact that if I did campfire stream Saturday night, the only way I could do a stream in the morning, Sunday, would be to do another campfire stream. Way too much work. It's not a lot of work. Switching my setup for doing this, I think it takes about an hour of prep work. But that hour of prep work, like a little bit too much. A little bit too much for this. Best. Oh. I need this all along. Yeah, I ate a pretty good sized meal last night. Pretty late last night. Because of that, all I had for, well, in order to make sure I was going to be hungry for lunch, I just ate some chia seeds this morning. Because I have to, I don't know how much, I know it affects some other people. I have a friend whose mom is like this, but if I drink tea on an empty stomach, I get a little sick. I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's like a medical thing or like just how I am, I guess. But yeah, I had to have just a little bit of food so I can have my caffeine. But I am starting to get hungry, and I'm getting excited about this. Man, that may be a little low. Up a little bit. And you can see it's thickening. Doing what I need it to do. Woo! Great. But yeah. So I'm actually gonna need to grab some paper towels, and not because I made a mess. I'm gonna actually need paper towels to crush corn chips when this is done. and also because I've been drinking a lot of this stuff all this morning. Your boy needs to visit the little homesteader's room. So we're in BRB, and we'll keep on cooking. And we're back with paper towels, because I'm going to use these to crush up the corn chips. Give this a stir. It's getting pretty thick now. Taco meat, so I don't think we have too much longer. Definitely not burning it, which is nice. Granted, I've never burnt it before, but I've also never made this over a fire. Normally this is made over a stove. Normally this is a stove in my kitchen with all my utensils and everything I can just reach for and grab. For example, like my paper towel holder, that is literally like right next to the stove. Well, it's kind of in a cabinet that's next to the stove. But there's no plans. Well, I do have an idea for a stream I want to do. I'm going to have to do it in my kitchen. But, I know some people do endurance cooking. Well, not endurance cooking, but damn it. I leaked the idea, kinda, sort of, but people will do like endurance streams. I was thinking about doing a 12-hour stream where all I do is bake. And it's gonna be what I do for like 12 whole hours. I'll bake bread, I'll bake cookies, I'll probably also have to make some confectionaries just to like fill for time, because I don't know enough recipes, or probably have enough recipes that I'm willing to eat, that if I make food for 12 hours, I'll be able to finish in a reasonable amount of time. But basically, I want to do a stream where I bake for 12 hours and call the stream Unlimited Bake Works. Make trail mix for me, please. I mean, I could do that. That'd be no problem. Trail mix is easy. Trail mix is easy. I will, because since I will be making a whole bunch of other stuff, I will have to be a bit mindful about space. Because there are going to be quite a few logistics with that. Because whenever I make trail mix, that definitely, because after I microwave the trail mix with like the sauce and stuff, it takes up about half the dining room table when I let it cool. hey, Lillian. Glad to see you make it. Made it. Granted, we haven't really done... We're getting close to the end with this taco seasoned ground beef. It's also got black beans in it, because I like black beans. And it also helps me get a little bit more mileage out of my ingredients, if you will. Whew. But yeah, we're actually going to be getting pretty close to the end here soon. Or at least to the point where I actually start plating up the food. Because this is just going to be like a... I wanted this to just be like a kind of a quick... Not necessarily quick, but just a chill, relaxed. That's a little... But yeah, it would have been nice if I actually prepared, like, maybe like a little something else extra. Okay. So, just a bit of foreshadowing. Today's probably gonna... It's not gonna be as long as yesterday's. That's like the fun thing with like a lot of the recipes where you have to like cook a sauce for a while. Is it gives you time to like work through a whole process. I didn't sleep, so I slept in a bit longer than I wanted to. Oh. Get whatever rest you need. I am always a big advocate for people taking care of themselves. Because the thing is, if like you don't take care of like yourself, you can't take care of anyone else, you know? So I'm always a big like take care of yourself so you can take care of others type of person. Reasonably optimistic that it's going to be done in like a minute or two, so I'm just trying to let it sit there. Trying to see if I can't get a bit more off the heat, though. Hey. Just gotta take a quick minute to think through my logistics. I want that glove to hold the pan. Have this glove here for... The pan's gonna go on that. Mom's pup slept with me, so I couldn't move much, so that was fun. Oh man. I know that feeling. I occasionally babysit my sister's dog. And sometimes said sister's dog will like lay up on me when I'm sleeping. Or he really likes to be close and sometimes like push you off the bed. And also he likes to sleep with... Sometimes he'll sleep up on the ball. Other times he'll like sleep with like his legs fully stretched out and stuff. In which case he takes up a little bit of room. Does that. The foundation of today's meal is corn chips. And corn chips up. I love the smell of opening a bag of corn chips and just getting blasted by that smell. I wonder if that's like an American thing, being obsessed with corn. Now, traditionally, luckily this pup is small, but my other two are huge, but the small one's harder to care for, I think, than the bigger one. Oh, fun. Well, at least that's a good thing with the small dog. It's easy to manage. All my paper towels. That there. Now, I will tell you something about corn. Oh, you're gonna tell me something about corn? Good guy. I'm gonna beat you to it. Because the thing I have to tell you about corn is Its Latin name is Z maize. Take that. It's got the bumps. But yeah, basically what you want to do with your corn chips is you want to just like break them up, get them to kind of bite sizes. You don't want like big stuff. I mean, you wouldn't want much bigger than like this. You want to fit the stuff on your fork, and that is ready to come off. Get a glove on. Grab. Lift. Ace. But yeah, that's definitely not going to cook down anymore. Because so this is actually my first time cooking with this ground beef from Costco. Well, this brand from Costco, and yeah, I definitely probably should not have added olive oil to it, because usually grass-fed ground beef thing, and this definitely has a bit more fat to it. Why you kind of still see this liquid here. That liquid's basically just fat at this point. Oh. But that's actually kind of a good thing, because that means the fat is going to soak into the corn chips, and fat soaks into the corn. Let me tell you, that is wonderful. It is wonderful. Oh yeah, I had like another thought about corn chips. These aren't the traditional corn chips that my family would use. Usually we use like a Frito style corn chip versus just like a restaurant style like these. There. Da-da-da. And that it's the foundation of the straw hat. So, where this recipe goes from here, it's up to you. And that's the great thing about it, because, and this is also why it makes like a great family meal, because you can actually prepare the ground beef and like you can prepare a whole bunch of the ground beef in like a crock pot. You can prepare this in a crock pot, and then you can just have like pre-made, you can like pre-dice like, big things of onions, lettuce, cheese, tomato, etc., etc., etc. Because, yeah, when my family gets together, typically we have to feed like 25 people. When I'm doing like the standard family gatherings, but I also have a big family gathering scheduled for later this month, which here, I think of the weekend of the 22nd. Yeah, 22nd. I'm gonna have a big family gathering, so hitting this. Dig into my. Which next is gonna be the lettuce. Lettuce! Leafy greens. Eat your fiber, kids. Fiber's good for you. Also, like, only 8% of Americans get their daily recommended dose of fiber. So if you get your full daily recommended dose of fiber, you get to automatically consider yourself an elite American. Or you're at least in a single-digit percentage of people who take care of themselves well. And next is going to be peppers. These are already pre-diced. Yep, they're good. Because these have actually been sitting in the fridge for probably like 5 days. They're fine. Pepper. Stay on there. I guess I am. It's your fiber. And then, for my next edition, salsa. And this is actually, so this is salsa I made last year. This is last year's salsa. As you can see, it's very liquidy. This is firmly an okay salsa. But I will not acknowledge it more than just okay. But for today's use, you can literally just drizzle it on there. And it adds a nice tomato-y. Normally I would use like diced tomatoes, but I actually cracked this jar open recently, and I see it a little bit better there. And oh, I wanted to. How's your morning / afternoon? Oh yeah, just hit the afternoon hours. But yeah, it's been great. Honestly, I don't really have much of anything of note other than I had a good bicycle ride to the supermarket to get this lettuce. I have lettuce now. Yep, that's good lettuce. My ingredients, but oh, the reason why this is known as the straw hat is due to the application of gratuitous amounts of cheese. Like, most people would probably throw this amount of cheese and be like, that is good. In the Yamagawa clan, there's no such thing as an okay amount of cheese. We actually had a, yeah, at the family camping trip this year, which was like back in June, we were making breakfast, and my aunt, who was basically in charge of giving people, he was responsible for coordinating what people brought for food, because we'll like split it up between all the like households, and I mean there's like 5 or 6 households, and like it looks so good. We're not done. There's one more step. One more. Well, it depends. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this off with some Tabasco, and then it'll be complete. I'm gonna try to do it. Granted, Tabasco goes really great with what. I love it on salad. But yeah, that is the straw hat. It is basically just a pile of Tex-Mex. But yeah, getting back to the story, my aunt, she told me half the amount of cheese I was supposed to bring, because she updated the list of like stuff we were supposed to bring, but she didn't tell me the updated amount of cheese I was supposed to bring, so we ended up short on cheese. And her daughter was like, this is unacceptable for our family. I'm going to go get cheese. And she left to go get cheese. And when she came back from the store, like we were like camping, so like going to the store was like a 20-minute drive. When she was literally pulling up to the campsites, she literally took the cheese and was holding it outside the driver window and be like, take it. But yeah, crazy antics of my family. Which is going to be even funner later this month, because later this month is going to be the big Yamagawa clan meeting. Well, It's actually a barbecue event. And last year, just to kind of give you guys a bit of the scale of this family meeting, my family, well, we brought too much chicken, but we cooked 120 pounds of chicken last year. And my family's big. I'd say we had at least a good 70-ish people show up. But yeah, that was way too much chicken. But another reason why we had way too much chicken is one of my family members, they're a chicken farmer. So they could basically get the chicken at like wholesale at cost. So there was just an unbelievable amount of chicken at this family event. But the best thing, at least for me, and a thing I abused way too much, one of my another family member brought a soft serve ice cream machine, like the kind you will find like in an actual restaurant, and filled it with vanilla soft serve. And like we basically had like vanilla soft serve on tap for like the whole event, and we actually managed to eat all the soft serve ice cream from that machine. And actually, yours truly was the one who was almost regrettably responsible for finishing it off, because towards the end they're like, "Hey people, we need you to like eat this, because if we get it cleaned out, it makes the cleaning and putting up of the thing easier." And I probably ate a little too much ice cream. But enough yapping about family shit. We're just gonna go a little weak. Just some, you know. Ooh. At the back. Good. Yeah. Oh man. Really hard to say it. I'm gonna have to reposition things here. Oh man. Yep, that's a tick. So for this silly little guy, this is basically peak food. Oh man. Brandon, if anyone would like to share, feel free to tell me your peak food. If it sounds good enough, I might make it. Because I am always looking for like more like recipes and like. But we're gonna go ahead and take this just another notch up with some beer. The true thing that fuels my Bavarian soul. Specifically, Oktoberfest beer. I'm too, I'm too basic, man. I'm so Hey, you have the stuff that makes you happy, and that's all good. That's fine. Like, actually, I just realized I left the clip off the chip bag. No. Air's the enemy of chips. And I would know because I buy my corn chips by the 3-pound bag at Costco. You're right, but no problem, man. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I will always be an advocate for people being the best version of themselves that they can be. As long as you're not a super dick to people. Don't be a dick to people. It's not cool. But yeah. I love Tabasco sauce. because Tabasco sauce is like just that right amount of heat, enough to burn me a little bit, enough to make me reach for my beer, but it's not like overpowering. But yeah, this is the simple, the humble, the mighty straw hat. I don't know. I'm gonna kind of just let this sit here for a little bit. I'm gonna kind of kick around some ideas in my head. I think I'll go ahead and sort of plug next week's schedule. So Wednesday, same time, normal time, 6:30 p.m. We'll be finishing the CD shelf. Hopefully. It's dependent on me doing prep work and not being lazy, but hopefully. Hopefully we'll do that then. And then Saturday, I'm not 100% certain as to how my Saturday is going to turn out. But if my if my Saturday ends up being pretty free, which I'm currently expecting it, and I hope it remains free, I'll be doing another morning stream where I'll be making this year's batch of salsa and canning it. So it's going to be kind of a cooking, but also a canning stream. And right now, give you an idea of the scale of what I'm working with, I'm currently sitting on 80 cups of tomato juice. Of juice from tomatoes I grow myself out in the garden, out in that way. So, we'll be making a big batch of salsa and canning it. And then, after that, I don't know if I'll commit to a Sunday stream or not. But if Saturday turns out well, I may or may not do a Sunday stream. Depends. I want to be, at least with like woodworking stuff, I want to make sure I don't like blow through all my ideas, because winter is coming, and when winter comes, that's going to be like the time where I'm stuck indoors and I'm actually going to want to do a whole bunch of projects. But I do. Oh, hi, little bro. Yeah, we're actually getting kind of wrapping up stream a little bit, but I'm just kind of yapping about future plans, because it's something for me to yap about. And if people tune in, I always kind of like to be like, hey, here's what's kind of happening in the pipeline. But I mentioned it probably like twice before, but once Rumi-kun pays me the rent he owes me, I'm gonna have some money. And with that money, I'm gonna be buying a whole bunch of building materials. And with that whole bunch of building materials, I actually plan to... So, the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency of the US, on their website, they have free for the public to use plans for a woodshed. And I'm gonna get myself a whole bunch of cedar lumber, and we're gonna build that woodshed here in the shop. And hopefully it'll be a fun, good time. I don't 100%. One of the things I need to review in regards to that build is the height, because my ceilings are 8 foot, and I'm pretty sure it's shorter than 8 foot, but it has to be shorter than 8 foot in order for me to build it in the shop, because that is a kind of a wrinkle in that plan, but we'll find out. It's bare minimum. We'll at least cut up all the wood and try to get as much because I could probably pre-assemble the sides without having to like stand them up, so we can at least do that much there. But that's probably going to be like a big project for October. And I don't know what else. Campfire streams are going to be completely weather dependent. Actually, let me pull up a calendar here. I don't want to see what I got going on. So, next weekend is going to definitely be free. Probably 1 to 2 streams that weekend. Actually, I probably will try to do both a Sunday, Saturday stream if I'm free. Simply because the weekend after that, I've got a family trip, so I won't be able to be here. And then I think the weekend after that, I've got another trip, so next weekend is probably going to be my last weekend this month to really get some streams in. But yeah, so that's kind of the good news, is that I should be open to the point where I'm actually doing these like morning streams, because I know a lot of people prefer the morning streams, or at least that's when like more people can show up. So I would like to apologize a little bit for today's stream being a bit on the short side, but that was kind of like the goal, was just do a short, chill, let's make a quick and easy meal. And usually like a lot of the meals I eat are like this style of meal, where it's like something that's pretty quick and easy to throw together. Oh, hush your... I know a lot of people prefer longer streams, okay? Like, I want to at least acknowledge the needs of my audience, you know? But that's also another reason why I really like this format, because this means I get to do... I have to, like, look for recipes that kind of gets me those longer times, which, like, yesterday was, like, 3 hours, but that was mostly because we were waiting for tomatoes to fall apart in the saucepan. But yeah, which is fun because I do like actually challenging myself to make new stuff, learn new recipes, and expand my culinary skill set, which today was, I have made this so many times. I mean, I don't make it all the time, but I usually make this at least once or twice a month, because like these leftover, like, the smell of ground beef, like, I'm probably going to be eating ground... Like, this is probably at least 3 more servings. All that preamble out of the way, I'm going to be wrapping up stream here, and wish you all a great rest of your day. Take care of yourselves, and... like, I should... something else I usually say. Damn, why do I brain fart now? What is it? Oh yeah. Oh. Go. Okay. See ya. See ya, good guys. See ya, Lillian. But yeah, this is Sugi Yamagawa. I hope all of you have a great rest of your day, wherever you are. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.